toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Off-play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. All wideouts, no backs. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Grabbed over the middle, it's Butler. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Bond. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Winston. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Longhorns are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. A run for the quarterback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. The throw to the outside is complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Eighth play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room, it's Young. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't OLay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment.
There he goes. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Now on first and 10 from the 29. Quick completion to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake. Fires left. It's caught. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football, and we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
On the move. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rushes on him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Touchdown, Irish! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going to the ground. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Johnson looking to throw. Fakes the grab. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. How about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10.
On the ready. Let's go, let's go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Butler. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Quickly complete. Steered out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It's a draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing a little bit.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. And as a result, it's an incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Hawkins. Wide out trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hoped up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got a man. It's Winston. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. He's got rope. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down to the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
Breaks the tackle.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Simon. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but it might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing.
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Keeps it on the bootleg. Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He rifles one deep to the left. It's caught downfield. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I love that play call. Quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Texas! Oh, that may be it, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Williams. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to fire on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Complete to the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame's football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Touchdown Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man downfield. Breaks free. Touchdown Notre Dame. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Texas.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. He wants to change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Using his legs, it's Simon. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is on its way. And he muffs it. It's loose. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field where he was able to go recover it.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Putting up 5 sacks in their last game. This defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had some struggles in this game so far getting to the QB, but they finally got to him there.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. He gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown there.
Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas. And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He's going to let it go. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Hands it off. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
He'll try the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
To the air, it's Hawkins. It's complete. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Young. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice job by the... catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Just going to keep it after the snap. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here come the Irish, back on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Quickly complete. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Looking to scramble. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's running wide open down the gut of the field. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.